What's up, everyone? It's your boy Viper back with another video today, and uh, you know, kind of crazy, event right now that's happening in this video out. I said that on Monday I would be making a best class to use in season 2. Now, this is only for specific people. Well, really, like anyone could have their own different classes, but this is for people who are, of course, aggressive, as I am an aggressive player. So, if you're like someone who's passive, so you're like a sniper or something like that, just go to go to another YouTuber, because I really don't know how to make the best sniper or anything like that. But stay here, watch this video, because if you're wanting to be an AR and SMG god, you got look at this class, because this class could really help you with that. And so finally we're a minute in, so I'm gonna just tell you and just show you what my classes are and explain it to you. So Millstop Reflex is my scope for my Groza. The Groza is actually a really good gun. Now in the beginning you need a scope, because it's when it doesn't have a scope, it's horrific. You don't want the gun. But once you get a scope, it's a deadly, and that's why I picked the Millstop Reflex, as it just helps a lot. It gets your accuracy way more better, and it's easier to aim with and still hit your shots. In fact, it's almost like a cheat code with it. That's why I use the Millstop Reflex many times when I come with these classes. So we got the optic down. Now let's go down to muzzle, and that's where the muzzle brake comes in. The muzzle brake 7.62. Really, I don't really need to like explain this one to you, because it's kind of hard to explain the muzzle, So I'm just gonna say it helps your vertical recoil control. That's really all I can say. But besides that, it's a good gun. It's part of the class, and it will come pretty big in the situations, and it helps you a lot when you're in a fight. Now if we go over to barrel, we go over to the 15.3 ultralight. Now this is what I call pretty dang good, because when it comes to the barrel, it seems like you need to be very careful with the pick. I picked the 15.3 ultralight because I felt like it was kind of broken. It kind of felt like the Groza was halfway there. It was about to find its true, destiny, and how to find the best class. I felt like the 15.3, strafe speed was really good, with it. The reason why I didn't pick the 16.2 cavalry lancers, because vehicle damage, yeah, but speed's just, it gets harmed and all, so I don't really want to do that. So the 15.3 ultralight you want to pick for the situation. Now if we go down to body, we have steady aim laser. Really, this one just says it for itself, helps your aim kind of steady and all. Hip fire accuracy goes up 20%. It really does help. It's part of this class. And so as we go down to underbarrel, the infiltrator grip, I mean, how much, if you just look at its pros, you can tell it has some green Irish green or something like that, man, because movement speed better, shooting move speed, is better, aim walking movement speed is better. You want to pick this, and well, that's the rest of the class. You don't really need to pick anything else for the magazine, handle, and stock. That's kind of why you really don't need like a 40 round drum that will harm your overall gun, because it's not gonna help you a lot with your speed, and that can come crucial a lot of times. So if we go over down, and your secondary weapon will be the bullfrog. Now you probably have heard of the bullfrog before. Even if you haven't played Cold War, you probably have heard this gun. It's been in many games before. And the bullfrog, let me just say this, it's a good SMG. I always knew that I had something special in it, but I never really used it until now. Level 37. You can already tell I've grinded this gun a lot. Now I will say, the reason why I discovered the bullfrog was because of zombies. If you watch my video about the extraction of the zombies and all of that, you know that I'm in the exfil. You know that when I pumped up this gun with some fuel and some rounds, it became broken, and so I kind of wanted to start using the bullfrog, see what it's like in multiplayer, and that's where we get to the optic, also known as the scope. You want Hawks more. It's the scope down. If you go over, and and the reason why I picked Hawksmoor is because the Hawksmoor has a square, square scope. The reason why you want to pick this is because with your SMGs, you don't want to have the quick dot lead or anything like that. You don't want to have a circular scope, as it's not right. It hurts your SMG more than it helps it. Which is actually very surprising. It's a little tip that most people don't tell you about. The microflex sled is also not bad to use with this situation, but just use the Hawksmoor or the snap point, because you always want a square scope when it comes to SMGs, when it comes to the bullfrog in specific. So after we get that, skip the muzzle, go down to the barrel. 7.1 extended. This one helps you a lot with your bullet velocity, and it's a part of the class that comes big, but on the paper, it seems like it's worthless, it's pointless to use. No, this actually does help you a lot, and it's hard to explain. You have to really use it for your own self. It helps you overall with like your speed, your awareness. It's weird how it helps you with that stuff, but I found that helpful for me, and that's why I'm suggesting it to you now. So if we go down to body, we go down to steady aim laser, first one up. Hipfire accuracy is really good, but at the same time though, I've already explained this one. It kind of explains itself. It's steady aim laser. So we really don't have to explain anything with that. So now we go down to underbarrel, which is the foregrip. The foregrip is a classic that a lot of people had used in the past. It's still amazing to this day. I definitely think you should use it. Foregrip does really help you a lot though with the horizontal recoil control. It makes it to where you're able to lock on enemies faster, and it helps you a lot. And by the way, I want to real quickly tell you, I am on the PS5, so it's a console and all that. So I don't know if you're on PC. I don't know if the same thing goes for you, but it just helps a lot. So we go down to magazine for our final one, and it's the 65 round speed mag. And now you know me, well maybe you don't, maybe you do. You know that I might, I don't really speak that much of magazines unless it came to an SMG. That's why I used the 65 round speed mag. Now the reason why I didn't pick the 65 round itself was because of reload quickness. So if it's gonna help you reload quickness, because look at this, just look at the pros compared to the cons. Yeah, the cons, it's kind of big, but it doesn't hurt you as much as it will with the 65 round speed mag. So if we pick this, it will help your magazine ammo capacity, reload quickness, max starting ammo, and ammo capacity will be extended, and it will help you so much. Trust me, reloading doesn't take forever, as it's like a myth that your ancestors told you. No, trust me, your ancestors lied. More of your brother probably lied to you about never pick the magazines or anything like that. Especially though, don't pick the 85s, because that's almost like a suicide mission, because you're probably not even going to finish the 85 round mag, because the bullfrog doesn't shoot like a laser or anything like that. So with all that out, I just want to say, if you use these two guns, get the right attachments, get stun grenade, frag, stam turret, but that part though really doesn't matter. That's all up to your gameplay. The perks, I've already kind of told you guys about the perks that you should use. Lawbreaker, of course, you always need that. But besides all of that, guys, hopefully you've taken this into consideration of changing your class. And we'll see ya. Peace.